Hey, welcome back. This is Clyde, and this is part two of Clyde Has Pressing Issues, where I'm going through my collection and trying to put together a group of a submission to CGC. The first part I went through, I don't even know how many books, maybe 30 books or so. I still have a nice size stack of books here, and just trying to decide what to submit. And I would appreciate any feedback, please. Take a moment to like and subscribe, and also please get in the comments and just mix it up in the comments. Give me some feedback, some information, which ones you would submit, which ones you're not. Again, some of this is condition subjective, so it's very important to know what shape these things are in. So again, this is my first view of the book, and I haven't really scrutinized them that closely. So some of the books that when I look at them before submitting, I'll probably either remove them or just give it a second glance, just because if something would come back as a 5.5, it's not really worth it to submit it. I'd rather just keep it in the raw form. So let's get started. So up here we have Web of Spider-Man #1. This is the mid-80s. I don't remember exactly when this came out, but this is the third Spider-Man title. It came after Amazing Spider-Man and Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man. This was actually 1984. And then this is Amazing Spider-Man 252. You may recognize it. This is the first black suit in the main title. I think it's technically the first black suit. This came out the same month as the Marvel Team Up and the Spectacular Spider-Man, but this is the one that's got the official title. And this is Amazing Spider-Man 298, which is the first Todd McFarlane on the Amazing Spider-Man title. I don't think I'm going to submit this one. Just the cover, I don't know, it's supposed to be white, but it looks like kind of an off-white here, and there's definitely some spine ticks and stuff going on. It was well loved, came out in '87, and I probably flipped through it quite a few times. And this one looks awfully similar to this one, but it's 299, which is the second book, which is the first. It's kind of got a cameo appearance of Venom in it. So this one's actually in better shape than the 298. So this one might be worth sending in. And this is Amazing Spider-Man 301. This is the one that came out right after the 300, which was the big Venom appearance. Again, I don't know, like the color is a little off-white here. I don't know how white that's supposed to be, so I'll have to give it some thought before I submit that. And I have two copies of Amazing Spider-Man 365 here with the hologram cover. This has got the it's got a first appearance of Spider-Man 2099 in it, so I'll probably decide which one's the better of the two, maybe submit that one. Moving on to some mutants, we have X Factor #6. I have two copies of this. This is the first appearance of Apocalypse, so pretty cool book. Again, if I have multiples of it, I might figure out the best one to send and send that, or if it's a big enough book, I might send both copies. Please give me feedback which one you think, which ones are definitely worth sending, which ones aren't. And this is X Factor 24. This is the first appearance of Archangel on the cover, and I have two copies here. One is a newsstand and one is a direct edition. So obviously the newsstand is a little bit more valuable, even though at this time in '87 there was still a good number of newsstands out there. The condition of the newsstands is probably a lot higher, a lot worse than the direct edition. The comic shops, they're going to take a little bit more care of the books. People aren't going to flip through them. When they're sitting on the spinner rack, they're going to get kind of beat up. And on to some Silver Surfer. This is Silver Surfer 50. It's got a neat foil cover and it's embossed. I don't know if this is an important book or not. I'll have to do some research on it, but it's pretty cool, so I'll put it in the mix. And I have several copies of Infinity Gauntlet #1. Some are newsstand, some are direct. I have, I think, 5 copies total here. 2 direct and 3 direct and 2 newsstand. Alright, so moving on to Wolverine. I have 2 copies of Wolverine #1, the not the limited series, the actual ongoing, with this is Patch and the Madripoor. So yeah, pretty cool cover. This, I guess, before he had the eye patch, he had a fishnet lace thing over his eyes. Kind of weird. I don't know exactly what the point of that is, but you know, I guess Wolverine's a little kinky. Moving on to Wolverine #8. This is Wolverine along with Mr. Fix-It, character of Incredible Hulk. Cool book. I really enjoyed the Incredible Hulk of this period. He was a bouncer in Las Vegas and kind of like he was a smart gray Hulk. Good storyline. Wolverine '88, the first Wolverine and Deadpool crossover. So, moving on to some Spidey. This is Spider-Man #1. I think this is the second ongoing, just adjectiveless Spider-Man, but this is Miles Morales. And this is Miles Morales, Spider-Man #6. This is the first appearance of Starling, who becomes Miles' love interest, I guess. So pretty cool. And this is Captain Marvel 17, which has got the second appearance of Kamala Khan. Kind of a cool story, cool book. The second print, which has Kamala on the cover, is outrageous. It's definitely in the thousands of dollars in a 9.8, and this is not it, but still pretty cool. It's probably in the 9.4 range. It's got like kind of a blunted corner down here. So I have to decide what to do with that. And this is Far Sector #1. This came out recently. This is a new Green Lantern hero. Her name is Jo. She's named after Sojourner Truth. She's a Green Lantern that lives in the outreaches of the district, which her powers are a little bit different than the regular Green Lantern rings. So it's a cool story. It's her first appearance. It was a 12-issue series and a nice storyline. I have 2 copies of Youngblood #2, which is the first appearance of Prophet. Not a big book, but still pretty cool. This is Secret Invasion #1. I think this has just been Disney Day. I think confirmed that this is coming out shortly. This is Marc Spector Moon Knight #1, and we all know that's going to be a TV show very soon with Oscar Isaac as Moon Knight. I always thought of Moon Knight as a knockoff of Batman, but he's a little bit different. He's actually definitely got some schizophrenic tendencies in there, so it makes his character very interesting. This is Hulk #1. This is I think the B cover. So this is the first appearance of the Red Hulk, and then I have, this is issue 2, which is, I think, is a second print. It's got a wraparound cover. Issue 3, issue 4, which is, there's a second cover that's it's got the Red Hulk on one side, and the second print might have has the green cover, which you put them together. It's a pretty cool picture. And here's issue 5. This is Incredible Hulk 377. I don't remember what happened to this one. I know it's kind of big. It's got this day glow cover. So I have a couple copies of this. And this is What If. Basically, this is what if Hulk was killed on Planet Hulk and his wife had to avenge him. So This is kind of big, especially when the What If came around, and Thor Ragnarok was kind of a lot of storyline that was taken from the Planet Hulk comic series. This is Totally Awesome Hulk #1, which is signed by Greg Pak, which is Amadeus Cho as Hulk. And this is World War Hulk, and this is 1 through 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm certainly not going to submit all of those, but I think issue 1 might be worthwhile. Again, I bought these all off the rack, so pretty much almost all of these off the rack. So these are cover price purchases for the most part. And we're going to close it out with some Ghost Rider. This is Ghost Rider #1. This is a newsstand version. I also have a direct edition version. And then, I'll give you a comparison. I have a second print, which you can tell by the UPC has this Ghost Rider in the UPC box. Where this one has Spidey's head. This one has a Ghost Rider. So, I don't know which one's more desirable, like the second print versus the first print. I'm not a fan of collecting later print ones just for the fact that they're later prints, but you know, I'll do what the market dictates a little bit, to especially if I have it, I might as well submit it and see what happens. But please take some time, give me some feedback, let me know which ones you like, which ones you think are must submits, which ones are ones I should really dig into a little bit and give some consideration. And thank you for your time. Please like and subscribe, and TTFN. Oh, and today's shirt is Warner Brothers. Obviously, I'm a huge Warner Brothers fan, so I have to say that's all, folks. So in honor of Porky Pig, who's not even in the picture. What an oversight. But thanks. Have a good day.